welcome to Little Workroom Crafts. My name is Davina and I live in the southeast coast of the UK. Today is Monday the 7th of September 2020 and this is episode 30. Can't believe it's episode 30. Right, oh, and where you can find me is all listed down below in the description box. It's basically all with Little Workroom Crafts now. I've changed it all to that anyway, but where you can find me is down there. Okay, right, where do I start? First of all, I'd like to say hello to all my new subscribers. I'm over 600 now. I'm so pleased. And a lovely hello to everybody that's been coming back through the 30 episodes. And yeah, wow. Oh, I can't believe this. I really can't. I have got some good news, really, really good news to tell you. I've got a little bit of, wow, shall I say bad news or just a shock, I think, more than anything. But hey-ho. That's life, we've got to get on with it. So what I am going to say is I got some, as always, some lovely messages that I always do every week from some lovely people, and I've got to know the names that come up, so I get all excited when I actually see a message, you know, from somebody that I think, oh, I've read every single one of them. I have just heart them and put a love on them this week, because I'll explain why in a minute. I have been very busy and trying to get my head around things, and things are changing and also this, that and the other. So I have read them all, and I will say I can't remember, I'm ever so sorry, I do forget your name. I should have written it down. There was a lady that asked if I would do a tutorial on my dyeing of the tea and coffee dyeing of the Ada. Basically all I did was follow Stitching with the Housewives, their tutorial. I know they do it on their even weaves and cloth like that, but I just did the same thing as them and basically with the Ada, and it was fine. The only thing I will say is if you are in the UK, they actually just turn around and go, when you get all the boiling part out the way, they actually put their cloths, which I did with my Ada, in the oven, and they just say pop it in on 200. Well, obviously it's not our 200, it is, you know, so it's way under 100 on ours, so you know I don't want you to burn anything. Oh gosh, no. But yeah, so all it is just Stitching with the Housewives. It's all I follow is them, and I have actually done some more pieces, and I am going to pop in some photographs, so it is actually going to be of what I did and everything. So you know, just go over to them. They've got brilliant tutorials, absolutely brilliant. Right, there's that bit out of the way. Now, as I've said, this week has been very stressful. My anxiety levels have gone way over to the roof and back. But I've also got some really good news as well. Right, so let's get into it, shall we? First of all, I was sitting downstairs because Glenn had the week off last week. And we were sitting downstairs just finishing our lunch, and the phone went and it was work, and I've got to go back tomorrow, basically. That's why it was just oh, wow. You know, obviously working in a shop and with all the fabrics and all this, that and the other, and oh, well. Anyway, I'm going back tomorrow, so I'll be working my Tuesdays and Thursdays again, as always, and it's just the hour and a half on the bus up there, and I've got to be masked up, and then Glenn's got me the shield to wear, face shield to wear in the actual shop when I'm serving. I know that we don't have to as shop assistants, because obviously the customers have to when they come in, but you know, I've got underlying health issues, so you know, I'm going to be extra careful. So I'm looking forward to seeing all my colleagues, and especially my Debs. I have missed my Debs so much, and yeah, so we'll have a good old catch up because I haven't seen any of them since March. So it's a long old time. It is a long old time. So that was really the shock that hit me. But I'm all right now. You know, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. You know, I'm getting my head around these things. You know, life, we've got to try and make it as comfortable as we possibly can, haven't we? So anyway, and the really good news, which is good news, but it's also scary news as well, on Saturday. No, actually, I think I got the call off work off Thursday. Yeah, I think it was Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday, because then on Friday I got brave. I've been talking about doing this for so long, and I did it. I opened an Etsy shop. I have got an Etsy shop, Little Workroom Crafts, where I've got my project bags and I've got a DPN cozy in there, and I've made a couple of sales already. They've all gone off in the post, so thank you so much for your support. I can't believe it. I really can't. And I will definitely be you know, putting more stock in. There's only, you know, some little bits in there at the moment, but wow, I am just, I can't believe I've done this. As my lovely friend Alison has said, she can stop nagging at me now. So yeah, that will be yeah, wow, I can't believe it. So anyway, everything's been posted off, and yeah, so I have an Etsy shop, Little Workroom Crafts. Yeah, what more can I say? It's, oh my gosh, what have I done? So yeah, it's all everything's all happening at once, which I suppose is good in one way. So yeah, so me concentrating on the shop has put me off thinking about going to work. In one way anyway, but I'm excited about both. I am excited about both. Anyway, right, so there's all that done. So today we have crochet, knitting, cross stitch, and I have a couple of naughties. Just a couple though, but they were the ones that I was expecting, that I did say that I ordered last week. So, you know, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Okay then, right, we'll go into the crochet first. So the crochet is basically the progress that I'm doing on my blanket. Now, I am absolutely loving this blanket. It's going to be quite a large one, I must admit. So I'll show you what I've got so far, and then I'll leave it for a couple of weeks and then show you. And I think that would be the best way to do it. So it's actually this, and I've got a big square on the bottom there, and it's all done in the Stylecraft Highland heathers, all 12. Oh well, the inner is done in the 11 shades. And I've got the extra of the creamier one, the beigey one, to do the big border on the outside. But what I'm thinking of doing is, because this is more like a patchwork-y blanket, it's just going to be all random bits. So what I'm going to do on this row is I'm going to do a couple of more of the big ones, because I love crocheting the big ones. And then on the end there, do the rectangle. Because if you noticed, the last time I spoke, I hadn't actually got the rectangle on there, and I did work out how to put it on there and how to crochet it. So I was really pleased that turned out like the way it did. So I'm definitely going to do a couple of big ones and then another rectangle at this corner. And then I might do like a row of diddlers, like the little ones, just on their own. You know, so this is just going to be a you know, whatever mood I'm in, whatever granny I want to do at the time is what I'm going to put. It's what I'm going to put on the blanket. So I'm really pleased with it at the moment. I sat there last night, you know, hooking away, as they say. But that's my crochet. Now the knitting. Oh my gosh, as you all probably noticed, that last week I was extremely excited that I managed to work out the DPNs. So excited. And I did, oops, got a bit of fluff on there. I did the sock. I actually did the whole sock. I can't believe it. This is my favourite. I know that obviously this one was done, yeah, this one was done on the mini circulars. This one is done on the, yeah, I think that's the way around it is. I'm sure it is. The only thing is I did have a bit of trouble with the I did the flap and the gust. I did the flap and the heel, and I picked up and I actually started decreasing, and I thought, I don't like the way that's looking. So I sat there and I unravelled it, and Glenn said, what are you doing? I said, I don't like the way it's looking. I said, and you know, I have to get it right. I have to get it right. So I picked it back down to the heel flap again and the heel. And second time it clicked just like that. It's really weird, isn't it, how things happen. So this is obviously the, as I repeat, it's 2.5 needles, 2x2 cuff, 60 stitches. And I always like a long leg, so I do 70 rows. And I've got a, I don't know if you, oh yeah, you can just see that. There it is, eye of partridge. And then it's the heel flap and gusset. And then I just did a little decorative stripes to match, because these are for Debbie, to match her hat and a shawl for Christmas. So yeah, I am so pleased I got a pair. And obviously, because I am so excited about knitting on these DPNs, I have decided to, because I got a scrappy ball. Now all the yarn in this ball is 15 grams or under, basically, and I don't really know what's in there, but I do know that I have got I've got a couple of other little balls downstairs of bits, and they're that will be added on, and then there is just under 100 grams, so there will be enough there to do a pair of scrappy socks. And look, I've already started. There's my little DPNs. I will say that I find that my knitting, actual knitting itself, the fabric is a lot neater on these needles than the circulars. So I don't know what that's all about. I haven't a clue, but it's definitely a lot neater, I will say. These ones are 2.25s, and I've got 64 stitches, because why not? I want to try it all now. I know how to do it. And I am going to follow Kay from Crazy Sock Lady, because when she does hers, her toe is different. So I'm going to do, not going to do the wedge toe like I've already done with those, like I've already had to do really with the circulars. So I'm actually going to try her toe on these. But yep, they're just going to be a scrappy pair, and I'm so excited. I've just got to, after I finish recording this, I'm going to quickly make myself a DPN cozy so it keeps them all nice. And then I've got them in my little autumn bag, and then that will go in my handbag for when I go to work tomorrow. All sorted. So yes, I am really pleased with them. Okay then, right, let's go into the cross stitch. Now I think I put this on my Instagram? I can't remember now. Anyway, you all saw this cushion last week, and I finally finished this one. I just love this little cushion. Yet again, I've got my little back, the way I do it, and I just glue gunned the trim on that I already had in stash. But that's the little snowman and the little sheep, of course, because I love my sheep. And it was a shepherd's bush design. They are free because this is the first one, this is the second one, so they are free on the Be Well and Stitch, or just go on to shepherd's bush cross stitch patterns, free, and they will come up. You know, they are I'm really pleased. So that will sit in my little bowl. Well, a pair of them will sit in my little bowl when it comes to the time. So at the moment, as you all know, I've got my autumn ones in there. So I'm really pleased with the way that has turned out. Okay, now we will go into the naughties, shall we? Now, as you know, I love my American designers when it comes to cross stitch. I just think they're just, the simplicity of their patterns are just lovely. And no back stitch. I'm not a back stitch. I never have been, even though I'm trying to think, that one behind there's got some in it, but I didn't put it all in. I just put in the bits that I thought, because oh, it just does me. Anyway, and I see on, I think that was my friend Stacey, who's 911 stitcher. You want to go over and watch her, she's brilliant. So hi Stacey. And she brilliant. Every time that a designer or someone comes out with a new release or a free pattern or anything, when you actually join her group on Facebook, she will put them up on daily, and I mean daily. There's always stuff going up. And I think it was last month, or the month before, she put up that Heart and Hand had launched their third in the series, and it's the Patchwork Crow. Let me get it out of here. This one came in a bag because it's got little buttons. But on here it's got share your harvest to give meaning to life and peace to your heart. And you know, it's got a little patchwork block there. He's got the pumpkin, which you can't, you know, I love my pumpkins. And obviously there is the crow, because it is called Patchwork Crow. And also with this design you get 3 little buttons. You get an acorn and 2 leaves, which will go on, where is, oh yeah, so there's the acorn, there's a leaf, and there's another leaf. Now I have started this one but I haven't brought it up to show you, basically because it's downstairs. I've actually put this one in a frame, not a hoop, and I only started on it yesterday, and all I've basically done is those 2 rows there black, and so I'm just going to start doing this bit here. Now I have got most of the threads in stash except for 2. I've just replaced them with something else. You know, I don't mind doing that, but I thought I'd do this one first because obviously hopefully I'll get it done ready for next month for the you know, harvest time. So that's the first one. I will leave that out so I can show you them all together. Now they also in the same because this is all the same, what they call like a series. So that I think the first one they brought out, my favorite, is the sheep. I just think that's so cool. And it's count your blessings, stitch them one by one, and it is called Patchwork Sheep. I just think that's amazing, absolutely amazing. And this one I'm going to finish off the harvest one, and then I'm going to do this one, and then my sheep one I'm thinking is going to be my Christmas Day you know, cast on stitch, because I like to cast on a cross stitch, and I always cast on a knit as well. So the sheep one will be my one ready for Christmas Day, I think. And then this one, you can see why I'm going to have to get this one done before Christmas, and it's the Christmas the patchwork deer. Let's go and try and get it. They put it on an angle, and this one's got a magic little Christmas. Look at the reindeer. I just think these are absolutely amazing. So what I did is, because you know, obviously when they come out in America, you know, they come out and then we've got to wait for it all to be shipped over to here and so on. And when I went to the Alexander Palace, the Knitting and Stitch show last year, I got my my American patterns from this lovely lady. Her stand was amazing, and I actually got the Laurie Holt, one of the Laurie Holt's ones from her. I really wished I had got the one with the sewing machine as well, but I'm going to get these done, and then I'm going to contact Trudy again, and you know, and see what I can do. So anyway, I found this piece of paper that I've been kept in my bowl on my table, and I thought, well, she had so much choice. Wonder if she's got the Heart in Hand, the new Heart in Hand one in, because I was after the Patchwork Crow, you see. And anyway, I kept that. Luckily, I kept a bit of paper, and I rang her up personally, and she came onto the phone. Ever such a lovely lady, and she actually is Trudy Anne Designs. Okay, Trudy Anne Designs, and she hasn't got a website. But if there's anything that you would like, you know, or anything you've seen online, as long as you've got the pattern name and who it's done by, ring her up. You know, she is absolutely brilliant. So I rang her up and I said, oh, I said, do you have any Heart in Hand, blah, 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 Patchwork Crow? She said, that'll be in, I actually got it on order. That'll be here in the next couple of weeks. She said, but I do have the other 2. And I went, oh, I said, right. So, which was brilliant. And I said, right, well, I'll have them other 2, which are these 2, which is obviously in the series, and what they call the Patchwork series that they're doing. And and she said, well, leave me your email address and I'll get back to you. I said, right, fine, thank you very much. I will say, spot on. She emailed me as soon as they came into her. I did obviously order all 3 of them. I just transferred the money over to her, and basically they were in, because it was the bank holiday Monday. I was dealing with her when it comes to emails, when she told me these would come in on the Sunday before the bank holiday. So obviously nothing was done on the bank holiday, and then they must have been posted over the next couple of days, because they came the same day as my other naughty. So yeah, so these were here in really, really good time. But as I say, if you've got any cross stitch, you know, because she do as well, I'm sure I noticed on her stand that she had some of the Weeks Dye Works threads. Her Ada, because I actually brought Ada from her stand last October at the Ali Pali, and that is what I used for my celebrations, year of celebrations. Lovely, lovely Ada to stitch on, but she had all different cloths, and her stand is amazing. But what I will say is, because she has told me that the Ali Pali is actually going on this year, but they're only like having a third of the stands and like a third of the customers coming in. I personally am not going anywhere near any shows this year. She has told me that she, you know, at the moment she doesn't feel, you know, safe, which I don't blame her. So she's not going this year. But fingers crossed, everything will be back to normal next year, and I will definitely be going to, if she's there, to the Alexander Palace for, you know, her cross stitch stuff, because as I say, she has all the latest patterns, and she has them all for the American and some you know, English, but all the American designers, which are brilliant. So just again, I will say it's Trudy Anne Designs, but as I say, she doesn't have a website, but you know, if you Google her, you can, her phone number does come up. And has she got an email? Yeah, her email is trudyannedesigns@gmail.com. What I'll do is I'll put that on the screen. But as I say, Google her. She does come up, but there's no website. And then get her phone number. Any patterns that you would like, please go through Trudy. She is a lovely lady. And as I say, her service is brilliant. I am definitely going to be using her again. Definitely. Especially for, you know, if you want a pattern, just see if she's got it. Definitely see if she's got it. Right then. Now is my other naughty. Okay. So, as you've all noticed, again, I am a bit overexcited about the old, the DPN side of things. So I thought, well, you know, being I'm doing this DPN knitting now, you know, which is what I've been after for ages, because it is a bit more traditional, I need some more DPNs. Yeah, that's what I thought. The ones I were using are absolutely brilliant. They're the ones that I had on, yeah, no, these ones are the Carbons by Knit Pro. They were absolutely brilliant. But I actually like, now I like to knit a sock as I go, if you know what I mean. It's not, before I used to have 2 socks on the go, well, you know, 2 cuffs, and then they finish. But I like the slowness of just going along. So I thought, being I'm getting adventurous these days, because normally I have 1 pair of socks on the needles and that's it. I might actually be adventurous and have 2 different socks on the needles. You never know. So I thought, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to need another set of 2.5s and 2.25s. So anyway, I was looking, and then I thought, well, I've been knitting away on my breathing space jumper. Now it's got cooler, but I'm at that boring part underneath. When you do all the stripes, you've got this boring part at the bottom before the cuff. The cuffs, not the cuff, the rib is a small rib, but you've got a nice big bit. And that has just taken me for ages. I seem to be knitting round and round and round and round and round, but not growing. And I thought, oh, dear me. And then I thought, well, you know, normally I do sleeves on my mini circulars. And I thought, oh, are they going to play me up? And I thought, well, no, I'm going to get them, and I'm going to try doing these sleeves on the DPNs. Because I have seen some podcasters that's held up and have got sleeves on DPNs. So I thought, why not? Still going in the round. So I ordered myself these. So in here I've got a 2mm, 2.5, 3mm, 3.5 and 4mm. Excuse me. Now there is another set, I think, that goes from 4.5 up, and I don't know, I might be interested, but I mainly just work on the small ones. But obviously, as you see there, they didn't have the 2.25s. So what I did is I actually ordered this, and I ordered a 2.25 set, which I've got my socks on, and then I just pop it in, and then I've got all my DPNs all nice and neat and tidy. Now I get my needles basically from the Wool Stack. They are brilliant. Their service is amazing, and because I ordered the case and the extra needles, I was entitled to free postage. The case was very, very reasonably priced, I must admit, with all the needles inside, and I am so pleased. So I am definitely a DPNer. as I'm calling myself now. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I really am. It's as if I've got the buzz for knitting socks again. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So yeah, the wool stack, as I say, absolutely fantastic service. Definitely would recommend them. Okay, I think that is it for today. It feels like it's gone quick, but it's 25 minutes already. So okay then, right, that is all I've got today. So it's been a busy week though. I have been crafting as well as opening an Etsy shop. I can't believe I did that. And obviously I'm getting prepared for going back to work tomorrow. So as I say, Glenn's got me the shield and everything that I can wear, and I've got the special hand sanitizers and cloths and everything like that. So yeah. We will see how it goes. But what I've just realized as well is I haven't actually shown the process of when I dyed my Ada for my new cross stitches, but because I haven't got the cross stitch up here itself, I'm going to leave that till next week. So I say I've still got the photographs, so I'll pop them in, because otherwise I haven't got the cloth that I'm working. I've got the cloth that I've dyed, the little bits left up here that I've dyed, but the actual cloth that I'm working on is downstairs. So we'll save that for next week, I think. Okay then, right, so I'm going to love you and leave you all, and hope you all have a fantastic week. And yeah, what do I say? Thank you ever so much to everybody for sticking with me, and I will see you all in a week's time. And I've got to stop saying that. And yeah, so happy crafting, stay safe, take care, and see you soon. Bye.